Hello everyone. Welcome to my channel. Today, we're diving into one of the most touching stories to emerge from the Turkish entertainment world, a story that blends friendship, admiration, and the kind of emotional depth that only true artists can share. This video is all about Elçin Sangu and Barış Arduç, the duo whose chemistry has mesmerized audiences for years. All the details are right here, so don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and click the join button to support our work. Now, let's begin. There are certain pairs in the history of Turkish television that transcend the screen, leaving an impression that time cannot erase. For millions of fans, Elçin Sangu and Barış Arduç are one of those pairs. Ever since their unforgettable collaboration in Kiralık Aşk, their names have been intertwined in the collective memory of fans across Turkey and beyond. The love story of Defne and Ömer may have been fictional, but the emotions they portrayed were so real, so intense, that viewers around the world believed that something special existed between them even off the screen. After the series ended, both actors went their separate ways professionally. Elçin took bold steps in theater and independent cinema, while Barış explored dramatic roles that showcased his versatility. For a time, it seemed like their paths had completely diverged. But fate has a way of bringing certain people back together, especially those who share a rare connection. And this year, something extraordinary happened that reignited public fascination with the duo. It began quietly, with no press release, no photo shoots, no publicity campaign. Elçin Sangu was secretly preparing a new project, an original stage play titled Echoes of the Past. The story revolved around two artists who meet again after years apart, forced to confront the choices that shaped their lives. Those close to Elçin described the play as deeply personal. She wrote it during a period of introspection, inspired by themes of lost connections, second chances, and the blurred lines between love and friendship. It was a work that demanded truth and vulnerability, and it needed the right actor to bring it to life. The surprise came when it was revealed that Elçin had invited Barış Arduç to participate. According to people involved in the production, the decision was hers alone. She couldn't imagine anyone else in the role, said one of the producers. She believed Barış was the only person who could understand the emotional complexity of the story. When Barış received the script, he reportedly read it in a single sitting. Friends say he was deeply moved, both by the writing and by Elçin's courage to create something so personal. After several days of reflection, he accepted the offer. The news was kept secret until rehearsals began. Their reunion became one of the most anticipated moments in Turkish entertainment. Fans who had followed their journey from Kiralık Aşk couldn't believe it. After years apart, Elçin and Barış were returning to the stage together, not for television, but for live theater, where every emotion is raw and unfiltered. Rehearsals began in Istanbul's historic theater district. According to crew members, their chemistry was immediate. The years of distance melted away as soon as they stepped on stage together. They didn't need to rehearse how to look at each other, said one lighting technician. That connection was still there, maybe even stronger. The script demanded emotional intimacy. There were moments of confrontation, confession, even silence, scenes that mirrored their own artistic journeys. It was as if the play had been written for them, said the director. They weren't just acting, they were reliving something real. When Echoes of the Past finally premiered, the theater was filled to capacity. Fans, journalists, and industry professionals gathered, eager to witness the reunion of two of Turkey's most beloved stars. As the lights dimmed and the curtain rose, Elçin appeared first, her presence commanding attention. Minutes later, Barış stepped onto the stage. The audience erupted into applause that lasted nearly 2 minutes, a rare moment in Turkish theater. But what happened next silenced everyone. Their first dialogue, a simple exchange of words between two long-separated souls, carried an emotional weight that brought tears to the audience's eyes. Every pause, every glance, felt like a conversation between two people who had truly lived those emotions. By the end of the performance, the audience rose to their feet in a standing ovation that lasted nearly 10 minutes. Many described it as an experience beyond theater. After the premiere, social media exploded. The hashtags #ElçinBarış Reunion and #Echoes of the Past trended for days. Fans shared photos, reviews, and emotional messages. One comment perfectly captured the public sentiment. "You can't fake that kind of connection. What they have is timeless." Even critics, often cautious when it comes to celebrity collaborations, praised the production. The leading cultural magazine Arduç called it a triumph of sincerity and artistic courage. Barış, who rarely gives interviews, broke his silence to express his admiration for Elçin's work. "This play is her soul on stage," he said. "I'm honored to have been a part of it." Meanwhile, Elçin shared a heartfelt post on her social media. "When art unites two people again, it's no coincidence, it's destiny. Thank you, Barış, for trusting my vision." Her words were simple but carried immense meaning. Fans immediately began speculating, were these just words of professional gratitude, or was there something more behind them? The press, as expected, began digging for details. Paparazzi spotted the two actors leaving the theater late at night after rehearsals, sharing quiet moments and long conversations. Witnesses described their interactions as warm, familiar, and deeply respectful. Still, both Elçin and Barış refused to turn their collaboration into a media spectacle. When asked directly about the nature of their relationship, Elçin responded calmly. "We've shared a lot of memories, and we'll always have mutual respect. That's all that needs to be said." Barış, when faced with a similar question, simply smiled and said, "Some stories don't end, they just change form." Those enigmatic answers only intensified the speculation. Was Echoes of the Past merely a play, or a reflection of something real between them? The emotional impact of their reunion went beyond gossip. It sparked discussions about friendship, artistic loyalty, and the beauty of reconnecting after years apart. Many viewers saw it as a symbol of maturity, proof that two people can come together again, not out of nostalgia, but out of mutual respect and shared purpose. Behind the scenes, crew members spoke of their professionalism. "They treated each other with incredible kindness," said the costume designer. "No ego, no rivalry, just trust." Their partnership reminded many in the industry that true artistry often comes from vulnerability, not fame. Months later, Echoes of the Past was invited to tour other cities in Turkey. Tickets sold out within hours. Fans from across the country traveled to see the duo live, some even waiting outside theaters just for a glimpse. One evening, after a performance in Ankara, the audience witnessed an unscripted moment that quickly became legendary. During the curtain call, the crowd began chanting their names. Overwhelmed, Elçin turned toward Barış, and he instinctively reached out, taking her hand. The gesture was brief, spontaneous, but powerful, a silent acknowledgement of everything they'd shared, both on and off stage. The photo of that moment, captured by a fan in the audience, went viral within hours. It became the defining image of their artistic reunion, two hands intertwined under the spotlight, symbolizing not romance, but something even deeper, unity, trust, and the eternal bond of creativity. Since then, both actors have continued to pursue their respective paths, but the echoes of that collaboration still linger. Rumors persist that they may reunite again, this time for a film adaptation of Echoes of the Past. Neither has confirmed or denied the news, but fans are already dreaming of seeing them share the screen once more. Whether their connection is rooted in friendship, admiration, or something unspoken, one thing is clear: Elçin Sangu and Barış Arduç remain one of the most unforgettable duos in Turkish entertainment history. Their story isn't about scandal or mystery, it's about artistic integrity, respect, and the beauty of two souls who understand each other through their craft. Thank you so much for watching my video. If you enjoyed this story, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the join button below to support the channel. Stay tuned for more stories about your favorite Turkish stars. See you in the next video, take care, and goodbye.